And score on their opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? To throw is Watson, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clayton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Bring it! Bring it! Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Second down and goal. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60 Pittsburgh. 55.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott tried to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Come on, set 91. Check go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this beat.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson. And he's going to go down again. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going. It's
a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Undercrush.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson looking for the out route, and he's got more. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Watson dancing to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. It borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 or. Get ready. Shoot.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
On the
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Clayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On 1st down, Westbrook, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Ready up. Come on, God, 55. On game, pump. No. Ready.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Elliott. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
A good pickup there, 22. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on. Get it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former Raven, Eric Weddle. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me?